If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
There are actually two factors that define introversion and extroversion, and neither have anything directly to do with shyness. As some others here have noted, one factor has to do with energy, but the other has to do with forming thoughts. Energy. Extroverts get energized being around people. Introverts get drained. Both might go to a party and have an equally good time. The extrovert will leave more jazzed than when he came in, but the introvert will be tired and need solitude to recharge. Thoughts. Introverts want to form their thoughts before speaking. Extroverts form their thought by speaking. That's why extroverts can dominate classroom discussion. For instance, they can respond immediately and form their thoughts as they are speaking. By the time an introvert is ready to contribute to the discussion has moved on. Shyness, on the other hand, is basically a fear of being judged. In that context, there is such a thing as a social introvert, and a shy extrovert. I often appear spontaneous, but Eva just thought a lot about different sorts of potential interactions, so I'm comfortable with off-the-cuff situations that really aren't. I enjoy being around people, but I need recovery time. A shy extrovert can be in a bad way, needing to be around people to regain energy, but fearing judgment. You sometimes see them hanging out at shopping malls and subway stations, needing human contact but not conversing much. Social introverts can be mistaken for extroverts, but the difference is that they will require downtime to recover. It seems ironically to a lot of people that many professional speakers are introverts. In this light, it makes perfect sense. Speakers get to think about what they're going to say before they say, and are in control of the stage and the situation. Honestly, the toughest part for me is the unplanned interaction before and after the speech. For help in preparing for a speech, by the way, you can get a free checklist guide. The difference between an introvert and a shy extrovert lies in the answer to two questions. What makes you feel tired? When you are tired, how do you recover? An introvert feels depleted after social interaction and needs time alone to recharge. It's possible to be a gregarious introvert, experience no trouble talking to strangers and chatting with others. But if you are an introvert, this kind of enjoyable peppy activity takes a lot out of you and makes you feel first exhausted, then resentful, to the point that you can no longer muster the energy required to engage. A shy extrovert feels charged by social interaction but feels hesitant before interacting with others. A shy extrovert attends a party, feels buzzy with sparking energy and is then happy to go to dinner after. An introvert attends a party and desperately scans the room for a quiet corner to hide in. She asks herself how early she can make an exit and go home. Introverts prefer the parasympathetic nervous system for processing input. It is a longer pathway that runs through more brain centers, like language. They are rewarded for being peaceful and calm with acetylcholine. They tend to pick up more detail too. When you process a person through this pathway, it easily overloads you, requires more energy, disrupts the calm, leading to less chemical reward. You end up writing essay responses in your mind, most of which you might never actually say, etc. Extroverts prefer the sympathetic pathway. This is a much shorter fight, flight, fright pathway. It is rewarded with dopamine. It runs through much less brain areas. They get a dopamine hit for doing stuff like talking to new people, exploring their environment, etc. This is why small talk reigns supreme. They don't really care what they talk about, they just want that hit of dopamine, like a drug addict. This pathway is much more efficient at processing people in most situations. You can choose which pathway you use for what consciously. You currently use whichever one you do because of nature versus nurture. Introversion/extroversion describes how we gain/lose energy. Introverts tend to be drained more quickly than extroverts by external stimuli. This may include things like loud/noisy environments, lots of visual stimuli, interacting with lots of people, etc. An introvert may well enjoy going out and socializing, partying, etc., but finds it taxes their energy reserves more quickly, so they need quiet time away from lots of stimulus to recharge. An extrovert may also seek time alone if they've had a lot of stimuli, but they tend to need far less recovery time and will seek out stimulating environments to feel revitalized again. Someone who is shy tends to avoid situations where there are lots of people because they may fear those people may reject them or think poorly of them. You can suffer shyness as an introvert or extrovert. So a non-shy introvert may limit their interaction with others, simply because they find it draining. You may find that an introvert will often reject last-minute invitations to socialize because they haven't had time to manage the level of energy they'll need to enjoy it. Or if they do go out, they'll be sitting back observing, looking for an excuse to go home early, and you may wonder why they're being so reserved. However, if you invite them out with lots of lead time, chances are they'll make the effort. They may also prefer more intimate social settings where there's likely to be less other stuff, stimuli, going on. A shy extrovert may reject any sort of social invitation unless they already know everyone who will be there. However, they may enjoy activities where there is lots going on to satisfy their need for stimulation. They might crank their stereo up loud on a Friday night, spend lots of time chatting to close friends/family on the phone, suggest outings to places they feel comfortable in with people they feel comfortable with, but ask them to a work function or party with lots of unknowns and they may suddenly be busy. Let me tell you little incident for this topic. Two friends H and M were invited for party at M's girlfriend. Both went there at party. H wanted to talk with other people just to make them friends, but he couldn't just because he was shy. M was introduced by her girlfriend to her friends, but he wanted to go away from party. H: you're lucky. Everyone knows you. Please let introduce myself with your new friends. M: I wanted to go away from this noise. We have to go. H: You know everyone. Enjoy party. M: Yeah, I know everyone but no one knows me. Both left that party. So, H is that shy extrovert. M is that typical introvert. #rock. Introvert. Doesn't picks up calls. Prefers texts. Loves his own company. Mobile is the best companion. Best expresses his feelings in his poems/texts. Avoids parties. Have only one best friend. Shy extrovert. Has many friends. Loves to stay in touch with all of his known people. Can dance and party when all of his friends dance. Does well in the group. Stays aside, but still stays with the group. Introvert soul. Gautam Kuwar. Introvert at a party. Let me sit at this lucky corner. I can have better time this way. Dancing in front of these party animals is just not my thing. Shy extrovert at a party. Everybody was dancing except me. I too wanted to flaunt my dancing skill, but this shyness never seems to get away. Introvert while interacting with crush. Oh my god, he's coming towards me. Okay, I will just pass a smile. Obviously I don't want to talk with him. Shy extrovert while interacting with crush. Oh, so he is coming. I always wanted to talk with him. Maybe today is the chance. Ends up just passing a smile. Introvert expressing talent. I think my sketches are pretty nice. Okay, I will show it to my close friends. Shy extrovert expressing talent. I want to show my sketches to my friends. But no, what if they show it to everybody? And what if they laugh at my sketches?